Hi, this is Dee at Aloha Astro. Let's take a look at the forecast for the moon transiting Aries, Monday, November 3rd. Presents a potential opportunity that you may initially perceive as a challenge, but over time you will realize what you have gained or how you have grown by facing what you fear or doing something that alters your future, as the moon joining Chiron retrograde in Aries forms a grand cross aspect pattern with Jupiter in Cancer, Venus in Libra, and Pluto in Aquarius, and a sesquisquare aspect with Mars in Scorpio conjunct Mercury in Sagittarius. The Grand Cross is a dominant pressure-producing influence, offering a crossroads junction of observance and contemplation of yourself and your connection to other individuals and the world around you. As the moon waxes and emotional intensity grows over the next 2 days, in advance of Wednesday's full moon in Taurus, when your personal values and boundaries will be affirmed and expressed. Yes, there are many supportive aspects today contained within a castle aspect pattern, mystic rectangle, grand trine, 2 kites, to assist you with navigating the more complicated feelings and difficult conversations, but you are in a process at the moment and not through it yet. So don't expect to feel fully comfortable or confident as you aim for a desired outcome. Venus in Libra quincunx to Saturn conjunct Neptune, both retrograde in Pisces, and the Sun in Scorpio sesquisquared to Saturn and Neptune are requiring you to go within, take your time, and revisit past moments, memories, or dreams to be 100% sure of your heart before going deeper and investing more of your energy into a person, place, plan, or thing, or not. Although you can seek outside guidance and other people will gladly tell you what they think you should do, only you can know what is truly best for you. If you state your mind today and begin to act on it, the full moon will set things firmly in place, like cement hardening. Or you can keep your own counsel and silence until just after the full moon if that feels safer to you. But the issue or challenge and the opportunity for growth accompanying it will not disappear if you wait. So here we can see that big red box. This is really the dominating energy right now, and it is a call to really look at yourself, your connection to others, what you like, what you want and desire, and to identify resistance either within you or externally. And think about what you're going to say. Here's that sesquisquare there to Mercury and Mars. What you're going to say, how you're going to act. This definitely says, like, go ahead, take that risk or chance. We've got an opposition between Mercury and Mars and Uranus at 0 degrees of Gemini, as is getting very close to retrograding back into Taurus. What is most important to you? And if you didn't take a chance on it in the past, and you are being given the opportunity right now for a reset, especially as we're going into a Mercury retrograde season this month of November, beginning on the 9th, ending on the 29th, give serious consideration to resurrecting an old dream. Saturn and Neptune left Aries, where they were this spring and summer, and have retrograded back into Pisces. So time to revisit that old plan or dream and look at how you can do it. If you weren't able to do it before, there's a good chance that you can work on the how of things throughout this winter. When we get out of retrogrades and emerge into the late winter, early spring, the outer planets that have slid back into their old signs are going to go back into the new energy that they were introducing us to this summer. Uranus will come back out of Taurus, go into Gemini again. Saturn and Neptune will re-enter Aries. It will be time to put that new plan into motion. We will have Jupiter retrograding, however, it's not going to return to Gemini because it's too far along in Cancer. And Pluto, even though it's done a retrograde, did not go back into Capricorn. It's remaining in Aquarius. Future growth and looking at the new future. Perhaps it will include some of the past or something that you tried to do in the past and were unable to do. Now it's time to reconsider it and think about how you're going to do that. I think primary aspects today are the fact that the sun has kind of a subconscious undercurrent going on with Saturn and Neptune, and Venus also with that quincunx to Saturn and Neptune. This really is asking you to sit there with your true feelings. Think about that person, that job, that opportunity, that place, whatever it is, and do you want more or do you want to let go? And then if it is yes, you want more, well, there may be some sacrifice involved or having to recognize that and commit and go in deeper. Or if it's a no and it's time for a release and a letting go, then also the processing of that feeling and choosing the right moment to be sharing that, whether it's leaving a relationship or a job or a place where you live, any of those things. It can even be just patterns and beliefs that you have. If they no longer serve you and they are detrimental in any way or they're holding you back, even if they've been very fond and familiar. If you love your six pack every night in front of the TV and then you decide that, no, that's killing you, you better start, you know, working out every evening and drinking green tea, whatever. And it may be an extreme shift because we do have some of that extreme energy that comes in the Scorpio season. It often does bring things up to us in an all or nothing, do or die way. And because Aries energy, where the moon is right now, sidling up to Chiron, we are all individually looking at how something impacts us in the present moment, but also for the long term, and whether it is good for us or not. And maybe some of it does involve health, but that can be physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, psychological, all of that. So you have to consider, where do you want to make the changes? Where are you comfortable remaining? And Mercury and Mars in this freestanding opposition to Uranus are highlighting, contemplating where you need to make the changes and thinking about the future that you're creating based on your energy here and now. And that is something that you get to choose, how you feel, how you think. Okay, well, expect that tomorrow is going to be a lot like today because basically the moon is just moving a bit further along in Aries. We're going to see the same patterns repeated. Mainly the intensity of the approaching full moon will grow, and then we have new energy come in when we have that full moon in Taurus on the 5th, on Wednesday the 5th. So I'll be back again tomorrow. You take care, stay safe, have a great day.